Hello Aries and welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. This is your reading for the first week of July. Can you believe it? We're already halfway through this year. So Aries, you'll be looking at your sun, your moon, and your Venus signs. And if those of you who knows what's your rising and your cross reading, then welcome. So Aries, this is quite interesting. There seems to be, looking at this already, there seems to be a lot of people that's involved in your space, Aries. From what can I see? I can see fire signs, I can see air signs, I can see a water sign, Cancer. So there seems to be a lot of people, a lot of involvement with others in your space. And this could also speak to maybe you have these signs in your chart as well. But coming up first, which is quite amazing, I want to show you, you've got the Queen of Wands as your first card that came up, and we've got the final card that was drawn is also the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is really about you. This is you being in your energy. You could have a fellow fire sign around you. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we're looking at a masculine, feminine energy. Note that we're not talking about male, female, but masculine, feminine. It's tarot, we look at things a bit differently. So we've got this passionate fire sign. You know, being in your queen power, feeling very strong, feeling very assertive, feeling almost as though you know what it is. You're going through this right now where you're feeling that you know what it is that you need to do. Some of you could be looking towards having an air sign in your space. We see here, underneath the Queen of Wands, you've got the you've got the Queen of Swords, you've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Underneath the King, you have got the Four of Wands, Eight of Cups, and Five of Cups. And underneath the Knight of Pentacles, you've got the King of Swords, King of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So you've got the King of Swords twice as well. King of Swords in your present and future. So could be, you could have somebody with a very strong masculine energy. Swords energy. Okay. So we have the situation here where there could be an involvement with a fellow air sign, but there's something to do with in this going through this phase where there's some change that is happening. Could be some financial change that is happening between yourself, a fire sign, and an air sign. It could be something that was anticipated, long awaited for. Could be also some of you might be looking at doing something together that's actually bringing you a lot of gain and a lot of profit. I just want to grab a sip of water here. So Aries, some of you could be looking at purchasing a vehicle, taking a trip. So something quite amazing is happening right now in some of your lives. Something very fortuitous is happening in your life. We see that under the King of Swords, you've got this energy of contentment, of having roots, having a family situation, but also it's almost like there's a story that's unfolding here. Could be very specific to certain people with all of these energies in their chart. So there was this good flow. Things were going very well with a relationship between a fire and air sign. There was a promise of there was things financially working out. There's this Cancer energy that's there. Could it be in a purchase of a car or flights or travel or something of value that had happened in this relationship. With this King of Swords energy, there was this strong, forceful energy. This could be somebody who was very determined, who knew their space, who knew themselves. And there was this happy family situation, but for some reason, you're choosing to walk away from this. There was all this to celebrate. Something very great had happened, but you're choosing to walk away from this. And walking away from the situation, you're wanting to walk towards something else, but instead, there's a sense of depression and loneliness that you're going through. This is sense of unhappiness. You can't really see the value to what has happened. However, we do see you moving towards, a steady progress towards a financial change. We see you needing to carry with yourself this King of Swords energy, being strong and focused, but at the same time being very loving to yourself and to those around you, and being very loving. You've got this Queen of Wands energy again, you know, thinking towards the future. You see, you've got the King of Swords looking at the now. You've got the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, sorry, and the King of Cups looking towards the future. And in this instance as well, whatever you're going through right now, it's about almost as though there's this love situation that's unfolding, and it's about to happen. And we see that some people are wanting to leave a situation. Some people are wanting to leave one situation for another, maybe looking towards a new love situation, or just traveling towards somebody that's going to be more their cup of tea. There's a lot of change, a lot of domestic situations, plus financial bliss situations happening here. Let's get a bit more clarity for you. Let me get a bit more clarity for you. There's quite a lot happening here, Aries. I see there's a lot that's happening. Some of you wanting to leave a financially stable situation to move into a love situation. And you're not prepared to stay somewhere where you're not happy. So you've got the Seven of Cups, Sun, Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, Strength, Leo energy here, Three of Swords. Some of you could be caught up. So you've got the Queen of Wands popping up again here. So you've got it 3 times in this reading. You've got the World in reverse. So Knight of Swords here. 3 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. The Moon, Pisces energy. 8 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. Knight of Wands. And Justice in reverse. This is even more interesting. So, Aries, we see that there's some choices that had to be made, and it's almost as though somebody was rushing you towards making a decision with regards to either a feminine air sign. We're talking Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So there was a choice, some decisions that had to be made, and somebody was rushing you towards making this decision. And with this decision had come financial reward, and there was a lot of bliss, a lot of happiness, and getting to hold on to all of this fortune. And we see that there may have been purchases made, there may have been happiness, your Queen energy coming through again, fire energy, maybe feeling very prosperous and able to do so much, and you have this happiness within the family, almost like a generational happiness, and there was a lot of prosperity. We see there was a lot of gain, Aries. You've been doing very well, enjoying much, and then almost feeling this, then going through this phase. Then I see you going through this phase with this happiness and this, everything was feeling great. The timing was good. People were admiring your work. People are admiring what's happening. People are admiring what you're doing. And you've been feeling very proud about yourself. With that being said, we see you wanting to walk away from all of this and needing to find the strength and realizing that you can't get caught up in illusion. Some of you could have been wanting to leave a situation for either somebody who was a Leo or somebody who's a Pisces. Some of you could have been caught up in a lustful situation. Some of you could have also been thinking that, you didn't have all the facts, but you got caught up with your dreams and your illusions with how you wanted things to be. So you just wanted to just change things. It's like you felt empowered. You felt that all your dreams were coming true. This is what we're seeing here. Some of you, with all this hard work, you wanted to walk away from your situations of maybe holding on to things and having to, maybe some people would have seen you as being miserly, holding on to things, but now you were in this phase where you had the strength to do whatever it is and you could fulfill your dreams. could follow your heart's desire, so to say. And then we see a lot of disappointment and lack and feeling left out and things not working out and just not seeing you, Aries, not seeing the benefit of what was happening around you, the benefit of your life, the benefit of your situation, and just feeling unhappy. And you were not alone. There was always help. There's always people there to help you, and you just needed to focus on that. And then we have you wanting to move forward, but also being very pleased with where you were at. Almost as though you were waiting for something. You're wanting to move forward, but you were waiting. You were waiting for news, waiting for... Sorry, I'm taking another sip of water. You were waiting for some more information. Maybe it was a love situation. You were feeling out in your current situation, and you were waiting for something that was going to change your life. Some of you could have been involved with this air sign. Very strong masculine energy, and it made you feel very defensive. And at the same time, you wanted a little bit of, you see you moving towards this, wanting a little bit of respite from the situation. And feeling very accomplished with yourself, with what you've done. Some of you could also have a very generous earth energy around you. Somebody whose presence really just, there's a contentment about them. We see that some of you as well could have been caught up with sort of like between love and work, your relationship. Could have been caught up not knowing what to do, learning something new. And as you're going towards this, learning this new skill, this new task, a lot of things are taking up your space and your time. We see you also, Aries, feeling that you need to move forward, but you don't really have all the information that you need. You don't have all the answers that you need. You don't have all the wisdom that you need. Some of you just want to make these changes, and you need to be very mindful of these changes that you're making as you move forward. Do you have all the information that you need? Do you have... Some of you could be moving towards something that you could actually feel is not, fair to you. And this is really distressing a lot of you. You could be moving into a situation that feels very karmically not aligned with you and with where you are at in your life right now. And that could be distressing some of you out. We see that happening here. And the reason I say that is you've got this justice card here. So you're actually feeling as though justice is not being served. And you can't move forward because you're feeling so stuck in your situation right now. It's almost a case of you are not wanting to let go of the past where you felt in your most powerful. It's like you were waiting for this information. You feel as though there's a lot of injustice that has happened, and you are not really wanting to move forward in whatever it is that you are needing to do. So let us get a bit more clarity for you, Aries, with the energy oracle cards. Let's see what they have to say for you. The energy, they just popped out there. Patience. You've got to have patience. You're dealing with a lot of hostilities very close to you. You could have this woman, a woman holding a heart, like a mother figure, somebody who you can trust. But you have deceit. And you've got deceit. Instead of, you could just be feeling, you got deceit reversed, but you've got hostilities close to home, and you need to understand that you could just be deluding yourself here. It's not what you think it is. You could be thinking that this woman is just trying to deceive you, but that's not the truth. Doesn't seem to be the truth. You could just be thinking that this woman who's got this loving heart and this loving energy, you have some kind of an issue with somebody with this feminine energy. You got the second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So you need to be very balanced with yourself. You need to start to trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust what's going on, and try and align yourself to your present situation. I've got 2 new decks, the Sacred Traveler. I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler now and get a little bit more clarity here for you, Aries. This is very social. It's a very social person, this Aries person who this may resonate with. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. So you need to keep going forward with yourself. View from above, get the big picture. Try to see, you know, having this patience and not seeing hostilities all over and all around you. Just keep moving forward with the plan that you have, the decisions that you're making, and working, even though you may be working slowly and carefully, cautiously, you just need to keep moving, keep moving. Sometimes when you're on the ground level, you don't see the bigger picture. So you need to take a step back. You need to look towards the future. And you need to also realize that you have the ability to be a wise leader. You are a beacon for others. And you need to come into your own strength, into your own ability, Aries. And you need to allow yourself to shine. You need to make some changes here. You need to do what you know that you need to do. You need to rise above pettiness and misleading thoughts. Okay, I've got Starseed Oracle here as well. So I'm going to draw 1 card from the Starseed Oracle to see what message does Starseed have for you, Aries. Starseed Oracle. Message for Aries. Okay. Message they have for you. We are the Hathors. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Everything seems to be pointing towards you having to have this rebirth, having to look at things a bit differently now. Hey, Aries, as you look at what is happening in your space, seeing your connection, seeing your relationship, seeing that, you know, the connection between mother and self, the connections we have with others, the deep love that we have with others. This is what this is about. This is about, you know, realizing that our life starts when we are born, and that we must all remember that we are all connected. We are all children of the universe, and you must remember that. That you need to remember that even though there are times that you feel lonely, the times where you wonder, you know, is this ever going to end? You need to be aware and realize that you are connected. You could be going through some form of transition right now, moving from one way of being or thinking. Some of you could also be trying to connect with somebody in a loving way, trying to reconnect with love for some of you. And if you're struggling, you need to realize that you just need to be calm, and you need to remember that as you take these steps of going forward, as you're viewing life from above, you being a beacon of light and love yourself, you will start to feel this connection, and you'll start to feel this reconnection with the connections that you have lost. So, Aries, I hope this resonated with some of you. And if you like this video, please remember to hit the subscribe button, to like and to share. Thank you very much for supporting me. Until next time, goodbye.